Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, October 10th, 2017. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. October is usually the time of the year when you start seeing ghouls and goblins everywhere you turn. But even the creatures of the night aren't willing to go toe-to-toe with a guy like men's physique standout Long Wu once his teeth start showing. Over the weekend, Wu dropped his latest round of progress photos a little over 2 weeks out from the next outing at the Titans Grand Prix, where he'll look to add some more hardware to his collection. With 4 top 10 finishes already on the books this season, Wu has very quietly turned into one of the more impressive runs we've seen in the division all year long. And I can't think of a more perfect ending to the story than to show up in Culver City and get things finished off with a bang by bringing home his first career victory. If you just so happen to be in the building for last weekend's NPC USA Continental Championships, then I'm sure you're probably still grinning ear to ear right now after getting an up-and-close look at the performance that Brandon Hendrickson put on. Still riding the wave of an incredible top 3 Olympia finish, Hendrickson took the stage this weekend in front of a packed house as the featured guest poser and absolutely lit up the building with his energy and that trademark Brandon Hendrickson 3-dimensional muscle. Even with it being more than 3 weeks post-contest now, Hendrickson still looks like he could step right out onto any stage on any day and beat just about every men's physique athlete on the planet. But if he can find a way to keep this momentum rolling for the next few months, there's a very real chance we can see a lights-out Brandon Hendrickson show up at the Arnold Classic to become the first 2-time men's physique champ in history. Brandon Hendrickson wasn't the only top-tier Olympian getting some love this past weekend. Fans north of the border got their chance to see greatness in action when Dexter Jackson took the stage to the delight of everyone in the building at the Muscle Beach Fall Classic. True to form, Dexter showed up looking like that same razor-sharp guy who just sliced and diced his way to yet another top 3 finish at the Prague Pro 2 weeks ago, while he single-handedly raised the standard for the guest posing bar here in 2017. Whenever a Hall of Famer like Dexter Jackson shows up, you can guarantee that you're about to witness something special. And with the San Marino Pro still set to go down a few weeks from now, I wouldn't be entirely shocked to see the Blade come in hot and find a way to end up winning the whole damn thing. It's always the detail-oriented people who end up thriving in business and in bodybuilding. And veteran big man Renaldo Gary always struck me as a detail-oriented kind of guy. Over the weekend, Gary was spotted knocking out a little bit of Saturday morning shoulder work and looking pretty damn thick in the process. For one reason or another, we still have yet to see the longtime vet hit the stage in 2017, despite the fact that he's coming off a 2-year run that reminded the world just how good a guy like Renaldo Gary can actually be when he's completely locked in. When he's been at his best, we've seen Gary go shot for shot with some of the most talented athletes in the sport. So don't be surprised if he pops up to make his presence felt at some point in the early part of next season. Over the past few seasons, the San Marino Pro has turned into a destination weekend for some of the biggest athletes in bodybuilding. And it looks like this year, Clarence DeVis wants in on the action. This past weekend, we were able to get our hands on some new progress photos from my sources inside the DeVis camp, who report to me that the veteran big man is on track to deliver a career best performance. I don't know what he did last season, but the Clarence DeVis we saw hit the stage and deliver a lights-out top 5 finish back at the Arnold Asia this year was the one that bodybuilding fans had all been waiting for. So if he can just make conditioning priority number 1, I believe there's a legitimate chance we can see him contend for a top 3 or better finish come December. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.